Texas is bracing for even more rain as the devastating floods continue to wreak havoc, and the death toll has now climbed to at least 82, with dozens still missing. At the heart of this tragedy lies Kerr County, one of the hardest hit regions where at least 40 adults and 28 children have lost their lives. Among the missing, 10 young girls and a counselor from Camp Mystic, an all-girls summer camp along the Guadalupe River. The water there rose more than 20 feet in less than 2 hours during the peak of the flooding on the 4th of July. It's a nightmare that seems endless. Even as rescuers dig through debris and search for survivors, new rain has already started to swell the rivers again. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is warning that the danger is far from over, with even more heavy rainfall expected in the coming days. Hundreds of first responders from more than 20 different agencies are working around the clock. More than 400 people, including specialized K-9 units, have been deployed to Kerr County alone. Black Hawk helicopters from the Texas National Guard and Air National Guard are flying search and rescue missions. Their efforts have already saved 520 people, but many are still unaccounted for. One rescuer described the challenges they're facing: muddy riverbeds, failing radios, and the terrifying threat of more flash floods. Volunteers from groups like the United Cajun Navy have outfitted their vehicles with satellite communication devices to keep search teams connected. And yet, the situation remains perilous. Nick Sorter, a volunteer rescuer, described to CNN how teams were forced to abandon rescue zones and move to higher ground after reports of a wall of water racing downstream toward Kerrville. He pleaded with residents to take warnings seriously, saying it's critical to get civilians out of any flood warning areas before it's too late. The human stories behind these numbers are even more devastating. Haley Lehrman, a co-owner of the historic Hunt store, described the heartbreak of losing friends and watching her store, a community gathering place for years, get swallowed by floodwaters. "Never in my lifetime did I think this would happen," she said through tears. Her store's general manager and daughter were forced onto the roof to survive. Today, chairs and tables from the local fire department offer a space for the community to gather, grieve, and console one another. At Camp Mystic, a night security guard named Glenn Junke is being hailed as a hero. He shared how, as floodwaters rose in the middle of the night, he stayed with terrified campers, helping them ride it out on mattresses in their cabin. They were cold, wet, frightened, but also incredibly brave, he recalled, his voice breaking. The camp's owner, Dick Eastland, died trying to save those girls. Cassie Hyde, the camp's media coordinator, described him with tears in her eyes. "He treated you as if you were his own. Always a smile, a big warm hug." Meanwhile, the warnings keep coming. The Kerr County Sheriff's Office is warning that the waterways could rise another foot or two downstream as new rain hits the Guadalupe and Johnson Creek. Ingram, a small city west of Kerrville, is on alert. Governor Abbott says the threat of flash flooding will persist as heavy rainfall continues across central Texas. As volunteers dig through rubble, as first responders risk their lives in treacherous conditions, the message remains clear. Take these warnings seriously. Get to higher ground. Help your neighbors. Stay connected. Stay safe. This isn't just a natural disaster. It's a human tragedy. And for many in Texas tonight, the danger is not over yet. If you want to help those affected by the floods in Central Texas, visit relief organizations and local support groups. Every little bit counts.